Discord added a new way to make your account more secure, and you should 100% use it, but it does have some drawbacks. So opening up Discord and going to your user settings, you should see that if you scroll down, you have a new option in your password and authentication section called security keys. Now, security keys are also known as passkeys, and they are available on most devices you use to watch that naughty content. So, on your Android phone, you can use passkeys. On your iPhone, you can also use passkeys. On your Mac OS computer that you forced your mom to buy, you can also use passkeys. And finally, yes, you can use passkeys on that gaming computer that you use to watch YouTube. But there's also another contender that's floating around, and you might have heard of it. It's called a YubiKey, and YubiKeys are a little bit different, and I'll explain why later. Now, you might be asking, how are security keys more secure than two-factor authentication? Well, there are 3 reasons why passkeys are just simply better. Now, the first reason is that it stops you from falling for those fake login websites, also known as phishing websites. Now, a lot of people on Discord, and I mean a lot, every single day I see people falling for the same scam and posting the same scam message talking about 18 plus content. And these Discord servers, they will ask you to verify, and if you go through their verification process, it'll tell you to click here to go to this. I don't know how people fall for this, but it's a sketchy website. And on this sketchy website, Google already labels it as dangerous. Still don't know how people fall for this. It is a Discord login page. Now, a lot of these fake login pages can be so advanced, they ask for your two-factor authentication code. And once you send that through the website, you're screwed, buddy. But with security keys, they work a little bit differently. They're scoped, which means that they only work on specific websites. So your discord.com security key will not work for this login captchabot-verify.site website. God, I don't know how people fall for this. But it is another barrier to prevent people from getting scammed. Now, I still have 2 more reasons why security keys are just simply better than two-factor authentication. And the second reason is that security keys are stored in the cloud by default. Now, there's been a lot of people, myself included, that has lost access to their Google Authenticator app. And when that happens, you want to not be alive no more. And recently, Google has made it where you're able to back up your Google Authenticator to your Google account, but this recently just got added. And for security keys, they are stored in your provider's cloud by default, whether it be Apple's iCloud or Microsoft's whatever trademarked cloud name or Google's cloud name. But remember when I talked about those YubiKeys? Well, they're a little bit different, because if you use a YubiKey, these aren't stored in the cloud, which could be a potential problem, but it's more of a benefit because it's more secure because it's not in the cloud, and I'll explain that later. And the third and final reason why security keys are simply better is that they're really easy to use. When you log in, you don't have to pull out your phone, go to the Authenticator app, and then wait until the code refreshes because you can't type the numbers fast enough because you only had 2 seconds left to put them in. Instead, you just press the fingerprint scanner or scan your face on your phone or on your laptop, and ta-da. However, if you have a YouTube PC, I mean a gaming PC, then this benefit doesn't apply because chances are you don't have a webcam that has facial recognition and you don't have a fingerprint scanner on your gaming PC, unless you have a gaming laptop. So it's not going to be as magical to use, but it will be slightly easier, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. But the final benefit of security keys is that you can register them on multiple devices. You can put it on your phone, you can put it on your laptop, you can put it on your Nintendo DS. Now, if you're asking, how do security keys work? Well, you came to the wrong channel, bucko. But after 20 minutes of staring at this white page of information, I figured out a little bit. Security keys use something called public key cryptography. You generate a private key and a public key. You give the website the public key, and the private key is saved on your device. Now, this is precisely where my knowledge falls off, so now we're going to use an analogy to make myself feel better and less stupid. And also the math is a bit more complex. But Discord uses your public key to generate a challenge, and it's saying, I'm thinking of 2 numbers that multiplied together equal 28,980. And then your device uses your private key and is like, yes, according to the wizard magic that is public key cryptography on this Wikipedia page that I could not understand, x plus 5 plus 3 plus 13, the answer is 420 times 69. And if the answer is correct, Discord will let you in. And the reason why all this is secure is that figuring out every single combination of 2 numbers that multiply together to make 28,980, that can be pretty difficult. However, if you want to make things more secure, just add more numbers and kaboom, security. So how do I set up and use a security key? Well, thankfully for idiots like myself, it's actually easy. Just click register a security key. It'll ask for your two-factor authentication code, which I have conveniently on my phone right now. Then it'll tell me to register a security key, and I can click let's go. Windows security is going to pop up and ask for you to to either scan your fingerprint, use Windows Hello, but I'm on my gamering computer, I need to insert a security key, which might make you think I need to buy a YubiKey, but you don't. If you just click on cancel, Chrome will pop up and say, yo, what's up, baby? We got new methods for you. So you can use Windows Hello, which is the thing I just showed you, or you can use your phone or tablet to create a passkey. So when you click on this, it'll show you a QR code. I don't know how this wizard science works, so I'm blurring this, okay? Forgive me. But what you do is you go on your magical phone and you scan the QR code. How am I ever gonna blur this? And you click save a passkey, and then it'll show you, whoa, connecting. Use Face ID to sign in? Oh, sure, I'd love to use Face ID. Thank goodness it doesn't show my ugly mug. Then it's gonna ask you to name your security key, and you can name it whatever the heck you want, but it will tell you to download your backup codes. Do this. Stop being lazy, save these somewhere. I'm not going to, but now you have a security key on your account, and you can see that we can register multiple of them like I've said before. So how does this wizard science work in application? Well, if you log into Discord, it'll pop up saying authenticate with security key, and you can also verify using your authenticator app or SMS verification, and I'll talk about both of those a little bit later. But going back to security key, if I authenticate with the security key, it's going to ask for Windows again. I click on cancel, then I click on use a phone or tablet. I open up my phone and I just scan the QR code like I was adding the passkey before, and it will tell me to use Face ID to sign in. It's that easy. Now I do have a booger to pick, and this is where we also start getting a little bit into the drawbacks, but I do want to point out that please, for the love of God, turn off SMS backup authentication. The thing with SMS authentication is that it is not secure at all. What people could do is SIM swap you, where they take your phone number, and the second they do that, they can just request an SMS verification and they can log back into your account. But I also want to point out that once you start understanding security keys and you're comfortable with using it, I would highly suggest you turning off your authenticator app. So then you only have one way to get into your account, which is the secure security key with an asterisk. We'll get to that later. It's drawback time, baby, because you might be thinking one of two things. One, wow, I am perfectly safe from every single scam on the planet because NTTS told me security keys are the way of the future. Or you might be thinking, two, if I'm gonna scan a QR code using my phone, why don't I just log into Discord using my QR code? Well, let me hit you with this third question. You're stupid, question mark? Because that is bad thinking. Here's the thing with security keys. They are not perfect. And especially with Discord, there are a lot of drawbacks and shortcomings. First off, there are scams that will still work on you if you have a security key. And the most potent one are download my game scams, where someone will convince you to download a game they're testing. And what does that game contain? Spyware that will steal your browser data and your saved usernames and passwords. And in fact, some of these are so advanced that even your computer will be emulated on their computer, which means they don't have to log into your account because they're already logged in. And since they're already logged into your account, then it just, the security key means absolutely nothing. But in terms of scanning this QR code, when you have a security key, scanning this QR code to log into Discord bypasses that. It bypasses it. It doesn't mean anything, which means people are still going to get scammed using this QR code. Because here's the thing, these scams are absolutely rampant. It's kind of funny. It shouldn't be funny to me, but they are rampant. For example, this NSFW server that we looked at, if you go to their fake login page, they have login with QR code. If I go back and I go to another scam server, you'll see that if we click on verify on this fake Wikbot, it will tell us to scan this QR code. Once again, bypassing our security key. And finally, the cream of the crop is that there's a new verification system. Oh, lucky me. If you click on verify, it'll take me to this weird website. The red flags are already going off and somehow people still fall for this, but it'll tell me to verify with Wik by opening up my bookmarks bar and dragging this bookmark into my bookmarks bar and then running the bookmark. And I explain what this bookmark does in a different video, but it will take your Discord token, which once again, you guessed it, it bypasses your security key. So you can't just turn on a security key and run through the internet like a brainless moron. You need to keep your brain turned on. And in fact, as time goes on, things are going to get worse and you're still going to need to be vigilant. Because here's the thing, these passkeys are stored in your provider's cloud. It's stored on your Apple accounts, your Microsoft accounts, or your Google accounts. And hackers are going to specifically target that. So if your Apple account, your iCloud account has a password like mine of fart9000, happened? If someone hacks into your Apple account, they can take your passkeys and log into all of your other accounts. If you don't want your information hosted on the cloud, that's where a YubiKey comes in. This is why I keep kind of shoving it down your throat. But these aren't stored on the cloud. These are just inherently a lot more safe. But make sure to have a backup YubiKey, because if you lose this little dinky USB stick, you are going to want to end it all. So don't look at these as like $40. Look at them as $80, because please buy two. Anywho, gamer, that got a little bit nerdy, but I appreciate you sticking around, and every time someone sticks around, I give them something special. A big bye-bye kiss. I love you.